We're neglecting the PFG.
Yeah,
You're not even in the conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like so imbalanced. This is so forced to me. This is so trying to be something that it's not.
I agree.
I
Welcome to Whiskey and SV. I'm your host Sam, and tonight we're going to be drinking some Mictors and other miscellaneous stuff. And I'm joined by my good friend Ralph.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here, Ralph. And thanks for bringing over your bottle of Bomberger PFG, which these days is going on secondary for closer to $3.50.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Don't pay that.
Well, let's hold off on that because people do pay significantly more for this whiskey that we have here for comparison. And this is the 23A, Mictors 10 23A. So Mictors 10 is one of those whiskeys where it is a 10-year-old bourbon, but everyone kind of knows that it's older than 10 years, significantly more than 10 years probably.
Yeah.
And I believe the reason why this is a legendary bottle is because in 22 they said, this is not good enough, we're going to wait. And then they made all this boo-ha about like, we're not going to release it because it's not ready yet. And then they came out in 2023, and the batch A, which they gave to all the reviewers, was by far the best one.
Okay.
And I have actually a review of this bottle compared with a 23F on my channel with my good friend Matt. And during that episode, we actually messed up the way we did the counting.
Okay.
Yeah, and we thought the 23F was better, and we were like all like, wow, 23F is better, everyone's wrong, and let's go buy 23Fs. And then like people like that were watching the edits, they were like,
they caught the mistake.
Yeah, they caught the mistake. And they were like, dude, the one that you like was actually 23A. So it is, in our opinion, at least like the few times that we've tried it alongside other ones from that year, significantly better. Although we did another follow-up episode comparing this to the 24A, I think with Matt again, and in that episode we thought they were much closer together.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like a versus A thing or A versus F, but regardless, I mean, this is now trading on secondary for close to $500. I've seen people ask $550, and people get talked down to like maybe like $500, $525 even, and people pay that, which is insane. There's no way in my mind it's worth it. We have one open, so why not? I think since we also think this is overpriced.
Well, I had it twice, and neck pour, and then maybe a day or two later I brought it over and we tried it again. And I haven't revisited since I purchased it maybe 2-3 months ago. So maybe it's better now. I don't know.
Okay, well, I think the main point with the PFG is that the first time I had it was at our friend Joe's house, and I had it next to a GTS 24 and a 22A, which are amazing whiskeys. And for some reason that night the profile was more aligned with my palate.
It hit you just right.
It hit me just right. And that was before we had it together. Okay. So when we had it together, then I agreed more with you. So I think settings and how you talk up something also definitely make a difference. So
my negativity brought this bourbon down.
I didn't say that, but I implied it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And then we are going to put another one in this blind. What is the purpose for us? Can you introduce this one?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it would be a good idea to put this in the blind because this is $150.
Yep, this is the Old Forester 1924 10-year.
Batch 1.
Batch 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
So batch 2, I think, is you can probably find batch 2 in our area for about $150, which is what this is supposed to cost, and it's actually what we paid for. So it'd be cool to compare the two because that actually does have a 10-year-old age statement. It's 100 proof, and I think it would be a
And
close comparison.
there is some rumors that Michter's sources its whiskey from Brown-Forman, and Old Forester is a Brown-Forman product, and it's a high corn Brown-Forman product. So I've in the past actually compared the 1924 to the birthday bourbon and some other Brown-Forman products, and I always prefer the 1924 because more corn, more sweets. Monkey Brain just loves that. So
it's a good. I think it's a great bourbon. I
enjoy it a lot.
I love that bourbon.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I think when it first came out, there was a lot of hype, and then somehow the hype died down. And this is one of those bottles that is the secondary is pretty much close to the MSRP.
Yeah.
So
it's like 115, right? MSRP.
I think it's 115 MSRP, and like maybe secondary is like 130, 140, max 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if it stands up.
All right, cool. So how are we gonna pour them?
Okay, so we'll go 1924.
Yeah.
To M10.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it goes
That's
into
too much for sure.
Okay, then put some in here if you like. It was put onto a toasted and a charred barrel, and then that went into a French oak barrel that was aged outside in the elements for about 40 months, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see if that made any difference at all, and if we should be paying $350.
I don't understand what they did different this year though to make it so much more rare. And what is it about people that went crazy over this? Because I think previous years, even when we were in a bourbon boom, you could still get a Bomberger for like under 200. But this thing has just been completely elusive. It's been impossible to find. So
to be honest with you, Bombergers, Shanks, those were never whiskeys that I would really actively seek out.
Interesting.
I mean, they changed the label. This one is toasted. It's double barreled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the other ones are. I never bothered to look that up.
Mm-hmm. So the bottom ones are yours.
Me, yes. All right.
All right. So as usual, we're gonna nose them first, give some notes, taste, give some more notes, give you preferences. Well, we should make some guesses as well here because we have some experience with all of these. So,
I've never even had that one. So
okay.
I've heard the lore around. And I've
heard the lore.
Yeah.
So that should be good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's start from the first one.
Cheers.
That's nice. That to me smells like a Michter's product, to be honest.
First note I get is acetone. I always talk about this.
You keep talking about acetone, but
you didn't get it the first thing at all. Not even like a little bit, a hint.
I guess I don't know what acetone is. Then I have to say. Because when I think acetone, I think nail polish remover, which to me is not good.
Okay.
Yeah. This has like a very sweet caramel woody note, which is very pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is why Michter's is a luxury brand, and that's why they don't usually do like very high proof stuff. I think the 10-year is like 45.7 or something, right? It's 47.2. 47.2, and the PFG is under 50, right?
No, it's 100.2 proof.
Okay, so 50.1.
Yeah. Well, also you have to bear in mind that Michter's goes in at a low barrel proof. The barrel proof entry for Michter's is 103.
Yeah, which makes it much more aromatic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is acetone and vanilla caramel for me.
It's very, very pleasant. I don't know if the next one's gonna get better, but that's already very, very good. Okay, let's go to the second one.
Yeah. No, for me, it's not as good.
It's not as good. I feel it's younger and it's more forced, whereas this was much more well integrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if I was taking a guess,
don't guess yet. Don't guess yet. Sure. Let's go through them.
Sure.
And then we'll make guesses.
Sure.
Don't influence. Let's not influence each other. Sure. But we do agree that this one is not as good as this one on the nose.
Yeah, but also, like, I mean, I think, like,
I agree with what you're saying. It does feel forced.
Yeah.
which is something I
It
mentioned
feels like
once.
someone was trying to mimic age. That's what it comes across as. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this third one.
Oh, that's heaven. That is so good.
This is the one that stands out as different than the other two, though, to me.
That is so good.
Yeah, I mean
That's like oily and concentrated.
it's the one that's different than the other two, though. So again, I mean, it makes me guess.
Okay, but you know what? Let's not guess yet.
Sure.
But I agree that this one,
I don't know between these two if I prefer one, to be honest.
I prefer this one.
On the nose, really? I think
Mhm.
I might have a slight preference to this one.
Oh my God, that smells incredible.
Interesting.
That to me is like, it's like a powdered, it's like a strawberry donut.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You
like
like
a,
strawberry donuts?
I do. And
I'm
that
not
smells to
sure
me,
I'm a strawberry donut kind of guy.
okay, but I mean, I don't drink acetone either. But for whatever reason, I kind of dig that note.
All right, all right,
This to
fair
me
enough.
smells like a powdered sugar strawberry donut to me.
All right, sounds good.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Let's start here, I guess.
Let's do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's quite woody.
That's good.
I like that a lot.
I really like that.
Yeah. You know, it's obviously not super high proof, but extremely flavorful. And the balance of the oak and the sweetness is just perfect. It's really really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not high proof, but the
Mhm.
concentration of flavors you get with 100 I with this whiskey,
Yeah.
I think is really nice. I loved that.
Also, I prefer the nose for sure to the third one. This one has more rye characteristics, which is a little bit of spice on it. This is all just like sweet caramel, woody. Just it to me, this is by far the superior nose. Haven't had a palate on these yet, but yeah. Okay, let's go to the second one.
Oh man, I like that a lot.
Yeah, this again, this is what you would get if you try to mimic this without age. It feels like I'll tell you this. Our friend Kevin
Mhm.
got those very small, like 5 liter barrels,
Oh, okay.
and he got benchmark
Mm.
foolproof, and he put the benchmark foolproof in those barrels for like I don't know, less than maybe like 30 days, 35 days, and they got extremely woody, and I liked it a lot, but you could say that it didn't come from age, right? It came from
Like rapid aging.
rapid aging.
It's
So
almost like it's, yeah.
that's what I'm getting here, and I think I know what French oak tastes like. I've had enough French oak stuff that I'm pretty sure this is the PFG.
Fucking hate that. I do not like that.
I don't hate it, but it's the PFG.
It's
not good.
100%.
It's not
Because
good. I don't understand why people are paying so much for it.
what you're saying is what I think I said when I first brought it to you. It's masquerading as old whiskey.
You're right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
especially
trying.
when you have it next to the M10.
You think that's M10?
I'm sure.
You think so?
100% sure.
That's interesting. I only had one drink of it. I think it actually might be the 1924.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I've never had this M10, so I could be wrong. But
I don't
this
know.
for sure sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks.
I have to say that, but if this is the 1924, I'm going out and buying as many of them as I can. like the 22A, you know.
I'm hope. No, I mixed them up correctly.
No, there's no way. We'll know by the number anyway, so there's no way. Okay, let's go. Let's go to
dude.
number
There's
3.
no way. I've never had 23. Okay, I'm guessing and I shouldn't. Let me just say
No,
what.
this is definitely 1924, dude.
Can I smell your first one? Because
Yeah.
this to me is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, this smells like this. Are you sure you didn't fuck it up?
No. Mm-mm. No.
No.
We'll
what?
know. We'll know.
Yeah,
at the
we'll
end.
know.
Yeah, we'll know.
Or you think this doesn't match that, right?
Smell this one. This
Okay.
is the one that I believe to be the 1924.
Okay. Let me see. No, this is the same as this for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a 1924.
buddy. This smells like 15-year-old whiskey.
Really?
I will be shocked
This
if
has too much rye in it.
I'm
Maybe
not,
you know what? Maybe you're right because I do like more
dude.
corn-driven bourbons, and this is more sweet and corny. I prefer this. Okay, let me taste it actually.
Yeah, let's taste it. Let's taste it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, this has too much rye in it. This is not enjoyable to me compared to these two actually. Even compared to the second one, I prefer this. I'm 100% sure this is the PFG.
Yeah, me too.
Between these two, I mean, I haven't had this often enough, I guess, but I would be shocked if it's not this. I'm enjoying this way, way more than this. Not even close. So, given that it's like supposedly 5 times the price,
The rye,
there's too much rye in
the
this.
rye came more on the palate.
I could smell it. I could smell it.
That's interesting to me. Dude, that to me, it's the best nose by far for me.
No, this is by far the most.
To me, I think the palate might be slightly better on this one.
No, way better for me. I mean, this is by far the superior whiskey here for me. Not even close. Like not even close. Not even in the ballpark.
Actually, you know what? Let me take one more sip of this one.
I from memory, I thought 1924 was way more corn, you know, but
Why is that so rye heavy?
I'm 100% sure this is not the M10. M10 didn't have the rye notes.
That's so weird. On the nose, I was convinced M10, and I've never even had that one. But on the palate, for me, I'm like,
All right.
I need to go back to this one.
Okay. I would like to reveal soon because I'm very curious now.
You think the nose on this is better than this one?
Way better.
The nose.
Yes, way better. This is very clearly Michter's nose. Like I love Michter's bourbon nose, and this is like very clearly it. I can't be wrong about this. This has to be M10.
I like the palate on this a lot, but I love the nose on this one.
I think it's fine, but this is way too much rye.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The higher rye content, for whatever reason, is really coming through on this one.
Mm-hmm.
We're neglecting the PFG.
Yeah,
You're not even in the conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like so imbalanced. This is so forced to me. This is so trying to be something that it's not.
I agree. I agree. Can we do a reveal? I'm really curious now.
Last place, right? Let's go here. Yeah. Last place.
Yes, last place. Got to be the PFG. It's 2. PFG, yes.
PFG.
Okay, easy.
So,
so
which one do you want to reveal now?
The best one.
That one?
Yes. This is number 3. Yes, this is the
that's the M10.
That's the M10. It's very obvious.
Yeah. That's weird to me because...
Let me just make sure that you're also doing the same thing, right? This is IV, which is VI. Yes, this is the M10. Yeah.
So this is the Michter's 10.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
The palate on this is incredible. But the nose on this, I like so much more.
Interesting. No, I have to say, like, both palate and nose, this to me is extra special. This is so good. I don't know. It's not $500 good, but it's excellent. Like, by the way, I got this not in a cheap way. I had to buy a $700 package to get this. So I bought 4 of the. I got this from KL Wines, courtesy of a friend who won the package and didn't want it. And it was the 4 regular ones, and the Bomberger and the Schenk from that year.
Sure.
So, definitely a bunch of bottles that I didn't necessarily want, but yeah, I'm sort of glad that I have it because it is truly special, I feel.
Dude, but yeah, I mean, I agree. It is really good. I don't think it's worth $500.
No.
If we're talking $500, I can think of a couple of other bourbons I would rather pay that kind of money for. This is not one of them.
Yeah, not even close.
Mm-mm.
But if it was, if I could find one at like 300, maybe even 350, I would back it up.
I would get one at 300. I would get one. because the nose on the 1924 is so good to me.
Dude, the PFG sucks.
I mean, I want to. I want to throw this out the goddamn window. I hate it so much. I don't know why people are losing their
I
shit
just
over
hate
this.
it because it's $350. Like, it makes no sense. I think it's a good $100 bottle.
Buddy, I got to be honest. I don't know if I like it at 150 either.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't think it's a. I think that whiskey should. I enjoy the Peerless Double Oak that we had earlier more than that.
The Purest Double Oak was better than this, I think so. Yeah.
This is coming across more oaky now, but I still don't think that it's worlds apart from the 1924 for me.
Oh, it's hugely apart from me. It's not even close.
On the palate, I do prefer the 19. The M10.
They're completely different whiskeys, though. This
Mhm.
is just like, it smells like rye. I mean, it smells like uh, a bourbon with rye content.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it could also be sequencing. The fact that we're putting it in this lineup is making it taste like that too, because I don't remember 1924 tasting like this, and I've had quite a bit of 1924.
Yeah.
When I first took a drink of that, I was convinced that's 1924 because that's how I remember it. So maybe it would be interesting for you to try both of these on two separate occasions.
I will, but on this occasion, I have to say, like, it's just not comparable. Like,
If you're gonna twist my arm, I would choose the M10 because the palate was better for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I still prefer the nose on the 1924.
Hmm.
For me personally, I think the 1924 has a really, really good nose.
Sure, but we both agree that the PFG, fuck that shit.
I mean,
it blows my mind. I don't understand how people are paying $350, upwards of $350 for that bottle. It makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, it's toasty. It does have those French oak. The French oak profile is there. But if you're get yourself like a good maker's mark in French oak staves, you know what I mean? If that's what you like, this is just not a $350 bourbon for me.
It's not.
I don't think it's even a $150 bourbon for me.
Yeah, you're right. If there was not all this hype,
oh, that
I would not
sucks,
care
dude.
at all.
It's just imbalanced to me. It's just trying to be something that it's not, and it was so obvious in the blind.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
it was
obvious in the blind,
especially when you go from the 10, which is so nicely well integrated, to the PFG. Is like, yeah.
Okay, remove the Michter's 10 though.
Mm-hmm.
1924 and PFG.
Yeah, I mean 1924 for sure.
Yeah, it's like super dry too.
Yeah,
it's just a.
This is, as I said, this is like a benchmark that's been aged for 30 days in 5. That's what it reminds me of. Like, it's good if it costs like $50, not when it's $350.
I don't like it. I think it's imbalanced. I think it's a bit of a mess, and I don't think that you should spend your hard-earned money on that. I really don't. Get a 1924.
I agree.
At least has 10. At least has an age statement on it, for God's sakes.
Right.
It's better whiskey.
All right, so Alf, I think we trashed it enough.
It wasn't intentional.
I'm going to use this episode no matter what, because we've filmed episodes before where I was advised by Ralph that he doesn't feel comfortable how we trashed something. Dude, if you don't want me to post you trashing stuff, then don't trash stuff.
I mean, I'm fine trashing a whiskey that is going for $350 on secondary. That is, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it either. I agree.
Yeah. And can you imagine somebody watches your video and you speak so highly of something, then they go out and pay $300+ and they drink it, and then they're just like, well, this is a waste of money and I saved for this. So, that's kind of how I see it. I don't think it's worth it. Get a 1924 if you're going to spend like $150. It's way better in my opinion.
Yeah. And if you're made of money and you don't care, then get the M10 bourbon. You don't even have to get the 23A. You can get even the 24A was, I thought, very close to that. But yeah. All right. let's cheers to that and wrap this on up.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. See you next time.